Hello everyone. Yesterday we had discussed about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, the primitive or the advanced cells we can say, and the next one is the two cell organelles, that is a very important cell organelles, that is mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, students, let me recall about prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells first. See students, all organisms, the formation of all the organisms is different. We are the developed form of animals, human beings. Similarly, the plants which we are watching nearby, that is available in our gardens, available in the park, are the well-developed form of the plants. These plants contains naturally, as they are well developed, it means their cells, their body is also well developed, and the smallest unit of the body is of the living body is the cell. It means their cell is also well developed. But few organisms are underdeveloped, primitive. When evolution of earth takes place, then certain organisms bring the life first on earth. Such type of organisms are considered as the primitive organisms, as they are lacking in the structural formation like us, like plants. That's why they are called as primitive animals, primitive organisms, whether they are plants or animals. Clear? It means their cellular structure, their cells are also primitive. That's why we are having two types of cells, that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The cells which such type of primitive organisms are having are the prokaryotic cells, and the advanced organisms carry any type of cells are known as eukaryotic cells. Clear everyone? Now our next question is this, that do we know any of the prokaryotic organisms right now? Yes. Bache, there are certain bacteria which still have present on the earth and they are having prokaryotic cells. The example is blue-green algae. Blue-green algae, students, I think it's wonder for you that blue-green algae is one of the organism which brings life on the earth. It is the first organism which was found on the earth. Living organism. Clear everyone? And it is considered as plant right now. It is a prokaryotic consists of prokaryotic cells. Clear everyone? Now after that we have studied about endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria. We have called that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Yes, mitochondria, because mitochondria is working on the storage of energy. All the energy which is present in the cell is stored in the form of ATP. Where? In mitochondria. Clear? And endoplasmic reticulum. What is endoplasmic reticulum? See, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum which is lying near the nucleus. Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Both the reticulum are working on the synthesis of nutrients. One, that is a smooth, is working on the synthesis of lipids, that is fat, and the other one, rough endoplasmic reticulum, is working on the synthesis of proteins. Reason behind their working is due to the presence of ribosomes, are drops, small drop-like organelles which is present on the layer of endoplasmic reticulum, outer layer of the endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, is involved in the manufacturing of proteins. Thus, endoplasmic reticulum is also supporting ribosomes in the manufacturing of proteins only. Okay students, now let's begin with the new organelle, Golgi body. Yes students, first of all let me tell you one more thing. See, whenever we are observing any of the cell under the microscope, we can be able to see only the nucleus, not everything, not all these organelles. It means these organelles are really very minute. That's why we are unable to see, unable to observe them with compound microscope even. Okay, students. Now, students, Golgi body. Camillo Golgi is the scientist who, or we can say a cytologist. Cytology, study of cells. Cytologist who discovered the Golgi body first, as it is not written over there on the slide. Okay, but now directing the carbohydrates and proteins required by the body to their correct destination is the primary function of Golgi body. See, students, let me tell you about Golgi body first. It is also a membrane bound organelle. Membrane bound organelles means double membranous. Two membranes are lying outside the Golgi body also. It is a bubble like organelle which is playing a very vital role in the cell. In what? The role of Golgi body is to direct, means provide the direction to carbohydrates and proteins required by the body. Whatever the carbohydrates and proteins required by the body to their is directed by Golgi body to go to their correct destination, means wherever it is needful. Then Golgi body direct them, means go carbohydrate there, that body part or that cell requires you. Go protein, that body parts required you. This is the function of Golgi body, main function. Now the next function of Golgi body is the processing of proteins generated in endoplasmic reticulum. See, you all know that rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the processing of proteins along with ribosomes. It means ribosomes and endoplasmic reticulum both are working. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is working for the processing of proteins. But now, what is the role of Golgi body? See, students, as you all know that protein is the most important food nutrient which our body required. Whether we are involved with the working of physical work, or we are involved with the working of mental work. In both the cases, we require proteins as the most important food nutrient. Okay, it means the processing of protein is also very required. That's why a number of organelles are function for the processing, manufacturing and synthesis of protein only. One more reason is that protein is the most complicated food nutrients. And the other thing which makes proteins the most important nutrient is that protein, you all know that protein is the building block of life. Building block of means number of repairing, number of injuries are going on in our body every time. Millions and billions of cells are killed, died or injured while functioning, as these cells are acting like the laborers in the factory. As they get injured, it means they require protein as a first aid. That's why protein in our body is playing a most important role, and we have to take protein in our diet properly. Now the next thing is processing of protein generated in endoplasmic reticulum. Yes, endoplasmic reticulum, whatever the protein is processed there. Golgi apparatus, we can say Golgi body or Golgi apparatus, both are same. Golgi apparatus also transports protein to the different parts of the cell. See, carbohydrates, directing the carbohydrates and proteins. Whatever the proteins is produced by endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body provides direction to that protein. Now, transportation of lipids around the cells and creation of lysosome are the important function carried out by Golgi body. See, now one more function which is carried out by Golgi body is the transportation of lipids, carbohydrates, proteins that Golgi body is directing, but it is performing the role of transporting the lipids from one place to another. It means Golgi body is forming some vessels or forming some sac means body to transport the lipid from one place to another and creating the lysosomes. See, lysosome is another organelle which is created by Golgi body only. Later on you will study about the function of lysosomes also. Now students, move forward towards lysosome. These are the membrane bound organelle, again found in almost all the eukaryotes. See, these all are the membrane bound organelles are present only in eukaryotes because these all are the advanced cell organelles and they are present only in advanced cells, that is eukaryotes. Clear? They originate from Golgi apparatus. See, you all know that lysosomes are produced by Golgi apparatus. Now the purpose of the lysosome is to digest things. Now what is the role of lysosomes? Whatever the dead cells are created in the body, or whatever the dead parts are created inside the cell, it is digested, or you can say captured, or you can say collected by lysosomes, or break down the cell when it dies. Yes, it might be used to digest food or break down of the cell when it dies. Whatever the breakdown takes place inside the cell, it is collected by the lysosomes. Lysosomes are also called as suicide bag of the cell. Suicide bag. Why we are calling lysosome as a suicide bag of the cell? See students, as whatever the waste, dead cells, injured cells, breaked parts, whatever unrequired products, when collected by the lysosomes, dead parts of the cell is collected by the lysosome. It means this is all harmful, poisonous material are present inside the lysosome. If the lysosome will get burst, it means the whole cell will die. That's why it is known as suicide bag. Clear everyone? After that, one more cell organelle, that is peroxisome. Peroxisome have similar function as lysosome. Even peroxisomes are not present in all the cells also. Sometimes it is present and sometimes it can be absent. They are small vesicles. Vesicles means small. The word vesicles is formed from vessels. Vessels means you can say jar, any hollow surface. Okay, found around the cell. They are present around the cell. They have a single membrane that contain digestive enzymes. See, even lysosomes and peroxisomes both are containing the digestive enzymes. When they are collecting the waste from the cell, then the digestive enzymes which is present inside these vessels, then these digestive enzymes help to digest whatever the material is collected by these organelles, whether it is lysosomes or peroxisomes. Now, if both are functioning for the same, then what is the difference between peroxisome and lysosome? Is there any difference? Only one difference is there in lysosome and peroxisome. They differ from lysosome in the type of enzymes they hold. Peroxisomes hold onto enzymes that require oxygen, oxidative enzymes, while lysosomes have enzymes that work in oxygen poor areas. Clear everyone? Or lower pH. Beta, what is lower pH? Beta, pH is a degree which decides whether the substance is acidic or basic in nature. If the pH is low, it means the substance, the liquid which is present over there is acidic. And if the pH is high, it means the substance is basic. Clear? From where it is decided whether it is low or high? A range is 7. Water is having pH of 7. If any of the substance is having pH lower than 7, then it is acidic. And if any of the substance having pH more than 7, then it is high. Then it is basic. Clear, everyone? Now the word enzymes. I think this word, you people are having difficulty in understanding the word enzyme. See students, enzyme is all those chemicals which are secreted, or we can say produced by the body itself for the proper functioning, or to enhance whatever the chemical reactions takes place inside the body, are known as enzymes. Clear, everyone? Now write down these two questions as your class work in your notebook. Open your notebooks fast and start writing. Difference between cell wall and cell membrane. Difference between cell wall and cell membrane. See, cell wall, outermost layer of the plant cell, outermost layer of the animal cell, cell membrane. It is made up of cellulose. It is made up of proteins and lipids. Later on I will explain it to you. Completely permeable, selectively permeable, or we can say semi-permeable. Non-living membrane and living membrane. Yes, students, these all are the properties of cell wall which are new for you all. As cell membrane, all the properties, all the points which I have written in cell membrane, these points I have explained earlier also. But there are some points in the cell wall which I haven't explained it to you. It is made up of cellulose. See students, I have told you that cell membrane is made up of proteins and lipids, but cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a type of carbohydrates. It means cell wall is made up of cellulose. It is a complex carbohydrate. You all know that carbohydrates are of two types, simple and complex. Or cellulose and starch, both are the complex carbohydrates, and cell wall is made up of cellulose. Completely permeable means cell wall can allow anything to go inside and anything to go out. Non-living membrane. Yes, the membrane, the cell wall is dead. The outermost layer which is present in the plants is not alive. It's a dead membrane. Inside the cell wall, plants also have cell membrane, which is a living membrane. Clear, everyone? Why plants are having a non-living membranous covering over their body? See students, plants have to deal with the worst circumstances, a lot of heat, a lot of cold, whatever the liquid, whatever the fluids the plant body is having in the stored form, that should be maintained inside the plant. That's why plants are having several openings to evaporate or to transpire, but they are not capable enough to evaporate from everywhere. They are not producing sweat from everywhere, from all the parts of the body to keep them alive. Otherwise, all the energy which is stored by them will get evaporate, or we can say will get released out. Clear? That's why they are having a non-living membranous covering which provides a support and rigidity to them. Clear, everyone? Now the next one is leucoplast and chloroplast. Leucoplast and chloroplast, both are the type of plastids. We have studied about them earlier in our previous lectures. Leucoplast, leuco word. Do you remember? Have you ever used leuco word anywhere? Yes, leukocytes, white blood cells, white blood, the colorless part of the blood cells. Yes, leucoplast. Leuco means colorless. Wherever you will find this word, it means they are not talking about any color. Colorless plastids present in storage part of the cell. wherever the food will get stored. You all know that roots, stems are working on this to store the energy or to store the different type of minerals, nutrients, etc. Now chloroplast. Chloro means color, green color only. Chloroplast is meant for green color because it is a part which is present inside the plastids which is of green color only. Now, green color plastids present in leaves does not contain any pigment as they are leuco, contain chlorophyll pigment which is of green color, green pigment. Clear? Responsible for the storage of nutrients including starch, fats and proteins. Yes, see clearly. Chloroplast. Responsible to perform photosynthesis due to the presence of what? Chlorophyll pigment. Clear? Okay class, with the end of these two questions your classwork is over. Now about your homework. Your homework will be multiple choice questions. I will tell you the answer of multiple choice questions in the evening on the group. Okay students, thank you everyone.